right now. He said, at this hotel, if you'd like, I have my car parked outside. I will take you there. Let's go and confront him. Of course. Thank you for sharing this with your friends because now some of them have started to reach out to me with their questions. I'm happy you are doing that. Share it with more people. Here is a tip for today. Speak to your husband's better self. I made friends with a wonderful man, a man of God in Takoradi. And he and his wonderful wife hosted me. And I asked the man, what's the story here? Because I know that behind every good marriage, there's a story. And then the man said, Mr. White, I was not always this way. I was a womanizer. He said the whole of Takoradi got irritated with how blatantly I was chasing women. They would go to my wife and report what I was doing in town to her. He said even some of my own friends would go to my wife and say, your husband right now, he said, at this hotel, if you'd like, I have my car parked outside. I will take you there. Let's go and confront him. And he said, to the shock of all those people, his wife would always respond with, that's not my husband. My husband is not like that. Now, the reason why the man got to know about this is that some of his friends who went to report him now came back to him and said, your wife, is she a fool or what? We went to report your activities to her and she said, you are not like that. Then he said one day, he's hanging out with boys. And one of them turned to him and said, do you know you're a fool? The three of us sitting here with you, we are not going home because our wives are terrible. You have a wonderful, sweet wife who still respects and treats you well in spite of all the things that you are doing. Why are you here with us? What is your excuse? And he said, that statement really bothered him, but he pretended it was nothing and said, look, if you guys don't want to hang out with me anymore, that is fine. He got up and went home. But he said that night he couldn't sleep. He could hear the voice of his friends telling him, you're a fool. So he said, at dawn, he woke up and woke the wife up and went on his knees and said, my dear, I've done a lot of things against you. Forgive me. And he said, somehow they made up. About 2 weeks later, he said, something kept bugging him. He asked the wife, my dear, my friends who came to speak to you said you always told them that your husband is not like that. And you were not even interested in confirming what they were saying. You just dismissed it outright. Why? Why didn't you believe them? And the woman said, I knew everything you were doing in town. And I knew what I said to them would get back to you. And I was speaking to your better self. I was speaking to the better man in you. And I was confident that that better man would overcome, would assert himself. And he did. Every man has two selves. The damaged self that does stupid things. But thank God, there's always a better self. Speak to that better man and you get a different result. And that is deep.